Welcome back to the Safeguarding Friday, a weekly podcast on child protection and safeguarding. Today's story is about Sophia, a high achieving student who pays the price of perfection. 12-year-old Sophia glided through the hallways of the school with the grace of someone born into privilege. Always impeccably dressed and unfailingly polite, she was known for her academic brilliance and a composure. Her father, a high profile lawyer, and her mother, a respected member of the school board, were regular figures at school events, admired, even envied by many. To most, Sophia seemed to be the picture of success. But when the new music teacher, Mrs. Kine, began working with Sophia, she couldn't help but notice something others had missed. Sophia would freeze when given a new piece of music because Sophia is terrified of making mistakes. She cries if things aren't perfect. When gently reassured, she quietly says, "My dad says I'll be nothing if I don't win this music Olympiad." Over the next few weeks, other subtle signs emerged. Sophia began skipping lunch, claiming she wasn't hungry. She seemed tired, withdrawn, and started complaining frequently of headaches. In group activities, she avoided eye contact. One afternoon, Miss Kine, a concerned teacher, referred her to the school counselor. In a quiet session with the school counselor, she shares what's really happening. She shared how every hour of her day was scheduled and monitored. Cameras had been installed in her bedroom to keep her focused. Any sign of underperformance meant being ignored at dinner or losing the few privileges she had, like talking to her friends or playing computer games for fun. She feels constantly watched, judged, and afraid. "If I mess up," she whispered, "they say I embarrassed the family." The counselor left the session deeply unsettled, but when he brought his concern to the leadership team, the response was cautious and quiet. The staff hesitated to escalate the concern as the family is influential.
They're a high profile family.
One administrator reminded.
It's just strict parenting. She'll be fine. We can't risk upsetting donors over a child who is simply under pressure.
Another added. Here is the safeguarding question for you educators and administrators to reflect upon. When does high expectations cross the line into emotional harm? Would you have spoken up for Sophia? Are there golden families in your school who are above question? Remember, safeguarding must always prioritize the child, not the parent's reputation. See you next week.